So I actually thought this was pretty funny, even though they're trying to mock Trump. I do find it amusing, the idea that they probably weren't sticking these on there at the start of the year when Trump had gotten gas prices right down. And then I find out that it's not even an original. This was stolen from MAGA from the Biden days, when gas prices were even higher than they are now. No wonder I found it funny. It's a MAGA joke. Beer is now cheaper than gas. Drink, don't drive. A bunch of memes are going around this week inspired by a cardboard Iranian supreme leader. I thought it was a real clip, but it's actually AI altered. This did not actually happen, but it has led to a lot of memes. Iran asks Democrats for tips on running country with dead leader. They will have an awful lot of wisdom in that front. How do you like the new leader of Iran? He's more lifelike than Biden.
With the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, if we finally beat Medicare.
See that? That's 2021. That's when you'll stop being the worst president of all time. Thank you, Nemo, for tagging me in that one. Margot Rubio sits down with the new supreme leader of Iran. The internet is so weird nowadays.
Sometimes we all need a hero, so true and holy, recycle only. Right now we all need a leader. You're gonna change the game, just stay out the rain. Cardboard ayatollah, you are my king, I am your soldier, and I can be anything you want me to be. Cardboard ayatollah, you could fit right in my folder, and we'll never stop until Iran's not free. 'Cause there's a cardboard ayatollah deep in me.
Man was not meant to monitor this many situations.
Are you ready to take your Nerf combat to the next level?
Hey, am I?
Get ready for the newest in Nerf warfare, the Nerf nuke.
Whoa!
Simply punch in the command code to activate the Nerf nuke's plutonium reactor. Enter your keys into the arm launch module, and then it's up to you to make the ultimate decision.
Hey, guys! My mom just got me the Nerf nuke.
Oh man, what are we gonna do? He's got a Nerf nuke. Well, we could pull our allowances together and get 2 Nerf nukes.
Why'd you call this meeting today? Was it to give me all your lunch monies?
We have recently acquired 2 Nerf nukes.
What? Mom, I need more money for Nerf nukes.
I just bought you one.
Well, can I have my next 7 months allowance up front?
No, then you won't have any money for the rest of the year.
Mom, this is serious. All right, let's make an agreement that none of us will get any more Nerf nukes.
Agreed. I'm getting one. I'm getting a Nerf nuke also.
Okay, that kid can definitely not get a Nerf nuke.
No way. Well, I already have one actually. My mom got me one. It's in my basement.
I don't believe him. He's too poor.
Yeah, but what if he gets like a crappy one from somebody or something?
Just the fact that he's looking for one is bad news.
Maybe we should just jump him now while we can.
But he hasn't done anything to us yet. Isn't that messed up? He's like, poor.
The Nerf nuke.
Nerf nuke.
From the makers of the bomb.
These ones just always tickle me for some reason. I just love them. When you put too much oil on your hummus. Gordon Ramsay, you used so much oil, the US wants to invade the effing plate. People are coming up with some very creative ideas this week on how to get around the issue with the Strait of Hormuz. Build up speed, hit trampoline, cool backflip, nail the landing. What do you guys think? Meanwhile, Congress. People are not happy with Congress. Republicans warn passing voter ID law could ruin plan to hand Congress to Democrats in November. An old quote from Robin Williams, politicians should wear sponsor jackets like NASCAR drivers, then we know who owns them. That is such a good idea. Imagine. I think you dropped this.
There is no just cause for an invasion of Iraq.
Well, that may be. But what we're all forgetting is anyone who doesn't want to go to war is gay.
I want to go to war.
Oh, yes, we should definitely go.
We should totally go.
I was the first one who wanted to go to war. Basically, I'm here to announce that we're building Iron Man.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
So I've become friends with school shooters.
Do you think Bill Clinton was our first black president?
Is Elmo now, or has he ever been, a member of the Communist Party?
El hombre del peliquin.
Gotta have them ribs. And pussy too.
Do you hate cops just because they're cops? The next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
Wakanda forever. Paid for by Kamala Harris.
And speaking of corruption, this was a very interesting form of corruption that I saw this week. In Russia, a young man with Down syndrome dressed in a police uniform took only the amount he needed from the bribe money offered by a driver.
Assalamu alaikum. So good. Skål tam. Du man was.
Mic drop. More integrity than most of Congress, at least. It's actually hard to believe the reality of these days sometimes. Freedom Toons released this video this week. People from 1750 react to 2026.
Imagine an advanced future where you can travel miles in mere minutes while sitting perfectly still, using an incredible horseless travel chamber.
Ooh.
But select travel chambers have a crazed man with a knife who's allowed to stab you.
Why?
That's how the future works.
No, you can't just say, that's how the future works.
A dystopian story needs to have some kind of logic to it. Oh?
Also, if people in the travel chamber can do whatever they want, they would simply stop the crazed man first.
You can't do whatever you want. The crazed man can do whatever he wants. You would go to jail.
What? Why? Well, then someone would likely kill the crazed man while he attacked.
Not if he's African.
Not if... What?
You can never, under any circumstances, stop an African from hurting you on the horseless travel chamber, or you go to jail.
Come up with something realistic.
Here's another wild tale. In the same future, you can travel on an incredible flying machine that soars through the skies. Ooh. But you have to let them rub you all over your body before you can go on the flying machine. All over your body.
Why would you have to let them rub all over your body?
Because Mohammedans wish to crash the flying machines into buildings.
So, they only rub Mohammedans?
No, they would get in trouble if they did that.
Why would they get in trouble if they rub Mohammedans, but not if they rub me?
Because in the future, they hate racism.
What is racism?
It's when you treat someone differently because of their skin color. To avoid it, you're required to treat people with certain skin colors like they're incapable of doing wrong.
Lazy writing, too many plot holes. Yes, even the most insane despot would never govern with such mad policy.
Yes, and the subjects would revolt if they did.
Oh no, in this future, every Western nation is a democracy.
We're to believe the people choose this.
That lets women vote.
Okay, whole thing makes sense now.
And big shocker this week, the media is once again being called out for their bias and their just ridiculousness. The New York Times reported on two men throwing an explosive at an anti-Muslim protest, and the way that they worded this story was just crazy. He is literally standing there holding a bomb with a lit fuse in his hands, and New York Times is like, "Oh, this poor kid used to sell stuff online." At 13, he was selling sneakers. At 18, he's facing terror charges. In February, an 18-year-old stopped listing items for sale on an online marketplace he frequented. Now he is facing terror charges as a suspect in an attempted homemade bomb attack near Gracie Mansion, the home of New York City's mayor. So strange. AG says, "What are we even doing here? There is something seriously wrong at the New York Times. I honestly don't know if this is fixable." This one as well. The Michigan synagogue attacker was a quiet restaurant worker. Mr. Ghazali, 41, had worked the front counter at Hamido, a Lebanese restaurant in Dearborn Heights known for its rotisserie chicken and shawarma. What are they doing? They're trying to humanize and they're trying to create some sort of romantic story. Elon Musk shared this one, the best demonstration of leftism. Everyone is welcome. Immigrant throws a bomb. CNN. 2 Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. But in less than an hour, their lives would drastically change as the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs during an anti-Muslim protest outside of Mayor Zohran Mamdani's home. Here's what we know so far. The original CNN post was just, 2 guys were out on a nice walk when suddenly their lives were changed forever when they started throwing bombs. Is this the new tactic? This is the new tactic of media. CNN ended up having to apologize because they claimed that the attempted bombing in NYC was directed at Mamdani. It was literally 2 ISIS Islamists who shouted Allahu Akbar and threw the bombs at anti-Mamdani protesters.
2 Republicans say Muslims don't belong here after an attempted terror attack against New York's Mayor Zohran Mamdani, and the House Speaker Mike Johnson says nothing really to condemn those comments.
Did you guys see this nice little report from CNN? Yeah. It starts off, 2 Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. I wonder what happened next. But in less than an hour, their lives would drastically change. I wonder what happened as the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs. Why would you start off this report with 2 Pennsylvania teenagers? Okay, because they were motivated by ISIS and they're not white. Okay, that explains why we didn't get any honesty in reporting here. Yeah. Otherwise, this would have read something like, 2 men motivated by ISIS conduct terrorist attack in New York City. Yeah, that's what honest journalism would have looked like, but it's CNN, so, no such luck.
To save time, CNN will now run retractions simultaneously with news stories. That's very efficient. The Babylon Bee came out with so much good stuff this week. News media successfully avoids reporting news.
And so at this point, efforts are centered on maintaining alignment across the relevant departments while preserving optionality as conditions evolve.
Mr. President, we have a problem. U.S. authorities are investigating device thrown near Gracie Mansion.
What kind of device? Like an explosive?
2 in custody after suspicious device lit outside Gracie Mansion amid anti-Islam protest.
So the anti-Islam protesters lit a bomb?
I'm just conveying the news. These are actual news headlines, and they're quite clear, Mr. President.
I still don't know what the device is, or who did it, or why.
Let me clarify, sir. Explosive at NYC protest near Gracie Mansion posed serious risk. Police say.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Exactly. Homemade bomb thrown at protest near NYC mayor's house. Police say.
So the protesters threw the bomb?
Device hurled near NYC mayor's mansion was an IED that could have caused serious injury or death.
That's terrible, but you basically already said that. Who perpetrated the attack?
Well, police arrested several people after a smoke-generating suspicious device was thrown during a protest at Gracie Mansion.
So it wasn't a bomb? Never mind. Who did it?
One of the articles said they were Pennsylvania men, sir.
And?
They're from Bucks County.
I don't care where they lived. Who are they?
Their names are... Mayor and Abraham.
What? Speak up, son. I'm the President of the United States of America.
I said Emir and Ibrahim.
Oh, you could just live with that. It explains everything. You know, honestly, I should have known it was Muslims. It's my fault, really. Is that an update? What does it say?
Media forgets to mention that NYC bombers were Muslims inspired by ISIS. Politicians blame white supremacy.
Well, next time just read me news from that site.
They're fake news, sir.
Oh.
It really makes you think, if they're lying to your face about things happening right now in real time with cameras everywhere and the internet at your fingertips, imagine how bad the history books are.
I blocked CNN at my mom's house using parental controls. Now she keeps calling me saying she can't watch the news. And that's how you save America. Everybody have a good night.
KISS co-founder Gene Simmons is a smart man.
I know right now Ben Stiller is calling out the president saying he doesn't want him to use his movie clips for war propaganda. I mean, it sounds like a lot of people are kind of, criticizing Trump like Hollywood right now, over this war thing. Is that fair?
Yeah, because everybody in the world should listen to what actors and comedians say because they're so qualified. Basically, shut the f*** up. Do your art and shut up. Nobody's interested in your opinions. That includes me. Who I vote for, who I like. Who the f*** do you think you are? People in America work hard for their living and they don't want to be lectured to by people who live in mansions and drive Rolls Royces. It's time for everybody in the entertainment industry to shut their pie hole and just do your art. Nobody cares what you think. I don't.
Okay.
What will Mark Ruffalo, however the f*** he pronounces his name.
Mark Ruffalo, yeah.
Look, Ruffalo, Buffalo. What does Mark think about politics? I don't care.
So you think celebrities should stay out of the politic talk?
Well, we both agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Or go to Kylie Jenner and ask her what she thinks of the war so far.
Josh Laica, thank you for tagging me in this video. It's so funny.
Before you get into an argument, remember this quote. A bee does not waste its energy trying to convince a fly that honey is better than shit. Some minds are not meant to be changed. Save your energy for what actually matters.
That is some sound advice. I have strong opinions. Are they based on reality? They are based upon how I feel in my heart. I'm terrified that if I research and form opinions based on reality, a wedge will be driven between me and my community and I will lose my friends and family. This week, Nick Shirley was asked what he does for a living and his answer was inspiring, beautiful.
Yo, my man, what do you do for a living?
I actually run daycares.
Really?
Yeah, I have the largest chain of daycares in the United States. The Leering Centers.
What's the best part of your job?
Well, I think the best part is going out and helping a lot of kids leer.
What does leer mean?
Well, we just educate, and it's Quality Leering Center. They're across the country. We receive money from the government. I think last year we did about 1.9 million in one daycare alone.
And how did you get into this?
Well, defrauding the government's really easy if you can just enroll children into these daycares, help them leer. Like literally, we just help kids leer.
And what's next for you?
Probably open up some more centers, like Quality Leering Center. That was pretty good run. I think we're gonna move into autism centers now, and then maybe get in some Medicare, Medicaid fraud as well. Because I mean, it's just so much money.
Do you have one message to the world?
I think if we all leer and help our kids leer, we'll have a brighter future.
Advice for aspiring leerers.
If you send your money out of the country, once you get here in the United States, they can never track it.
That's what's up.
But don't do that because no one likes fraudsters. We hate them, actually.
What's your name and where can people find you?
Nick Shirley.
Helping us all leer how important Somali daycares are for society. A New York subway rule has seemed to inspire some very interesting situations when it comes to people's dogs. The rule is that dogs must be carried in a bag when boarding. As a result, this regulation has directly sparked a creativity contest among New Yorkers. I wouldn't have any troubles with Vinny and Puppy. Just like slip them in my handbag, you'd never know. But if I ever get a big dog, I'm very inspired by these. The question of the week: why does Hilary Clinton dress like she's Kim Jong-un? Fusion Princess says, well, there's this. Okay. People are talking about Trump's posture again this week. Perfect posture, says Lyle. Arson says, looks like he's about to float towards the scent of a freshly baked pie. And these photos, I mean, it's actually very true. This was such a nice sight to see this week. British and English flags are returning across Birmingham after the council said they were banned. Locals have said for every one flag removed, they will raise hundreds more. Patriotism is surging once again. Beautiful view. And it's kind of funny to say that as an Irish person because, you know, we have history with the UK, but it's nice to see them flying their flag. This week as well, Rupert Lowe showed us his book detailing the achievements of Keir Starmer. I wonder how big this will be.
The achievements of Keir Starmer, as you can see, very few.
Thank you, another Charlie Kirk, for tagging me in this one. So if you're white, you reside on stolen land 400 years later. If you're Somalian, Afghani, Pakistani, Haitian or Middle Eastern, you become American the day you arrive. Make it make sense. Yes, it is just the typical non-logic of the left. Jennifer Harper tagged me in this one. When you have to work until you're 72 to finance the welfare payments for 20-year-old Arabs and their 30 children. So for some light-hearted stuff, it is St. Patrick's Day on Tuesday this week. And no better way to kick off St. Patrick's festivities than going to Boston's Running of the Gingers. I did not know this was a thing. How lovely. Really positive news story this week. Internet users have raised $280,000 for an elderly man who became a DoorDash delivery driver to help pay for his and his wife's bills. A Tennessee woman decided to take matters into her own hands when she saw the man delivering her Starbucks. I work because I have to. I don't really want to. I was actually retired, but my wife lost her job at no fault of her own, which also means she lost her health insurance, the man told a customer who tracked him down after seeing him on a Ring camera. So by the time we pay our living expenses plus our medical expenses for our medicines, we both have nothing left at the end of the month.
Okay, I did find him. So a lady messaged me on Facebook and was like, hey, he drops food off at our place of employment all the time. His name is Richard P. She tells me his name. I get on Google, find his address. I look at the video from the camera. I see what kind of car he's in. I pull it up on Google Maps. His address is like 5 minutes from where I'm at. I was like, okay, I'm going to drive over there. So I drive over there. Sure enough, there's the vehicle that he was in when he dropped off the Starbucks. And I was like, all right, this is our guy. So me and my daughter get out of the car. We head up there and I knock on the door and I'm like, hey, you're going to think I'm crazy, but you delivered Starbucks to my house earlier today. And we tried to get on there and adjust the tip because we were trying to give you a bigger tip and it would not let us. So I have Googled your name, and found your address, and here I am to give you money. And the look on his face, like he truly looked mortified, like what in the actual... But anyways, I was like, and I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to scare you. And I was like, so here's your tip. You know, we hope you have a very blessed day. You know, God really told us that we needed to bless you today. Like you have been on our mind and we needed to do this. And he asked us so many times, like, are you sure? Did you mean to give me this money? Can you afford it? Are you going to be okay if you give me this money? Yes, sir. You know, I'm fortunate. I do work full time. Cortland's dad, our daughter, he is disabled. So his way of like taking care of her is to do acts of kindness like that. Like he has Starbucks delivered. So, you know, it was his idea. Like, let's get this man some money, go to the bank, get the money out. Let's get him some money. So because he's been blessed in his life to have like the amazing people around him, and so he tries to give back every time he can too. So he's not able to do it physically, but financially he can. So we take the money to him, and it was sad. He had food on his face, like, you know, he's just a little old grandpa. Like, he is cute. He was adorable. I was like, can I give you a hug? He's like, any pretty lady can give me a hug anytime. But he thanked us, and he thanked us, and he thanked us. And I told him, I was like, I promise I'm not trying to be weird. I was like, you know, if you want to keep working, I'm happy to like favor your name and make sure that you are able to deliver to me, you know, whatever. And, you know, he's like, I work because I have to. I don't really want to. He said, I was actually retired, but my wife lost her job at no fault of her own, which also means she lost her health insurance. And he said, so by the time we pay our living expenses plus our medical expenses for our medicines, we have nothing left at the end of the month. So he said, this was the only thing I knew that I could for sure do to supplement our income. So I did it. And he also informed me that, you know, sometimes he has people drive him. Like if he's having bad days, he'll have people drive him. But like, this man should be retired. Like, he should be at home just chilling, exercising a couple times a day to, like, you know, to keep his mobility. But working, no. Like, I don't know. We need to help him. We need to help all of the elderly people in our communities who are literally struggling to walk, retire, because, you know, they took care of us at one point, and it's our turn to take care of them.
I just love stories like that. It's so lovely. And you can just do these things, you know, like, just if it occurs to you, give it a go. You could raise $280,000 for somebody. This is kind of a rare, nice story that you're hearing from some of these influential people. The man who built Fortnite is quietly buying up America's forests and refusing to let anyone touch them. It's pretty cool. The Independent reported that British Parrot was missing for 4 years and he returns speaking Spanish. Horse says he went to study abroad, obviously. It's been announced this week a biologist has developed a bag made from cassava that decomposes in water and serves as food for fish. And people's reactions, I'm loving it. They're saying, is it also edible for human beings? The way I keep all the bags from the supermarket, I need to know if I can eat them one day when things get tight. And on a similar topic, a supermarket in Thailand has replaced the plastic packaging on their vegetables with plant leaves. It looks like banana leaves, maybe. It looks great. And guys, I'm going to give you a pretty lame joke. Get ready for this one. I slow cooked a pork roast for 8 hours, but when I sliced it, I saw this weird shiny green and rainbow reflection on the meat fibers. It looks like gasoline on water. Did the meat go bad? This person replied, did you cook it for 8 hours straight or 8 hours gay? So lame. I'm sorry, guys. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys would like to support the channel with a donation, I have the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description of these videos. And if you'd like the chance for any of your posts to appear in one of these future videos, you can tag me on X in any funny clips or memes that you come across, and I'll have a look at them. Also, don't forget you can watch my videos on X or Rumble as well if it suits you better. That's it from me and Vinny for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.